When the original iPad was announced, I wondered what the point of having an iPad was. I thought, what's the point of having a large iPod Touch? They called it magical and revolutionary and acted as if they invented something completely new. All they did is take an iPod Touch and make it bigger and give it a higher price tag, which actually ended up being a very good thing. Fast forward 3 years, and the iPad has changed the computer market around the world. I got the iPad because I've been wanting a tablet for a while. I tried the Nexus 7 and I just didn't like it. The screen was too small and apps weren't optimized. You can learn more about that in my review by clicking here. Anyways, I've also been thinking about selling my iPod Touch, so it got me thinking. I wanted a tablet and also wanted to sell my iPod Touch at the same time, but I still wanted to be able to cover iOS on my channel. So I decided to give the iPad a try. In the box, you get the iPad itself, instruction manuals and holy Apple stickers, power cube, and a lightning USB cable. Up front is a 720p FaceTime HD camera. Just below that is a sharp and crisp 9.7-inch Retina display. Finally, below that is the home button. On the right-hand side of the device, you can find the volume button and rotation lock. Take a look at the top, there's a 3.5mm headphone jack and the lock button. On the back, you have a 5-megapixel camera and a nice speaker. The camera quality is super impressive on the iPad, although you look extremely stupid taking any kind of photo or video with a tablet. The FaceTime HD camera is also surprisingly good for a front-facing camera. The speakers on the iPad are nice and loud, which is nice if you don't feel like wearing headphones. There's only a couple of cons that I've been able to find with the iPad. For starters, if you're like myself, you charge your device using a USB port. Well, good luck charging your iPad through your computer. The iPad cannot be charged with a USB hub or directly hooked up to the computer because it doesn't draw enough power. I wish there was a way that Apple could fix this. Secondly is the keyboard. Everyone knows that using a keyboard on a large device can be a bit tricky. I love the swipe feature on Android and really hope that iOS brings something similar in iOS 7. Next is iOS itself. iOS is super simple for anyone to use, but that doesn't mean that Android is hard to use. I wish that Apple would stop treating everyone like they're a bunch of idiots and clean up iOS. I could go on and on about how much Android is better than iOS. However, other than things being a bit stale and lack of customizations, iOS gives you a better tablet experience. Not phone, but you definitely pay a high price for Apple products. Apple products typically give the general consumer a good experience. The iPad comes in multiple configurations. You can get a 16GB model all the way up to a 126GB model with or without 4G. The iPad supports tons of third-party accessories and allows you to get the most out of your device. So you pay a premium for the iPad, but it can replace your laptop. I've typed out the entire script for this video using a third-party keyboard on the iPad. This was a great way to make this a laptop replacement. After all, if you want to get some serious work, you're not going to be using a mobile device. Personally, I believe the iPad is the best experience you can have with a tablet. Competitors like the Surface or the Nexus 10 simply lack either apps or apps optimized for the device. The iPad is a great tablet for anyone. If you don't want a tablet this big, you can go with the iPad mini. Either way, the iPad lineup gives you a great tablet experience while Android offers the best phone experience. Thanks so much for watching this review. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the annotation on the left to be taken to a random video, or click the one on the right to be taken to my newest video. As always, make sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and as always, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Catch you guys later.